Howdy folks, welcome back to SnowRunner. On the Meteor map, just coming back after I changed the transmission in this truck because it didn't have a off-road transmission, and when I reloaded the vehicle it shut off my recording and erased all the video I had done up to that point. Quickly bring you up to speed. I just did the very first job in this long list. That wasn't locked. It was the one job you can do that starts you down the road to unlocking more jobs. I forget what list it was. I think it was the Taiga Oil. That one particular job, where's the pipeline? There we go. Was using a truck that was sitting over here with a couple spare parts on it. You discover the truck, make a mark. You discover the truck when you're uncovering the map. But then the contract doesn't tell you where to find the truck. It just says use the truck that has 2 spare parts on it to make the delivery. So I knew the truck was there. I used it to come down the pipeline over to here and make the delivery. And then I spent a few minutes figuring out what we were going to do next. And I grabbed a truck out of this mess over here and started driving it up here, and along the way I noticed did not have, when I was setting it up, I missed putting in an off-road transmission. So I stopped to fix that issue. And that's when the previous 20 minutes of video got deleted. I just love that. Doing something in the game causes the recording to be erased. Slow down the wheel speed. We might get through here a little quicker. Not just sitting there spinning. There we go. Whoa! That shot of power sent it right up the hill. I put it back in automatic. Well, what I'm doing here is making my way around to a river crossing. I mean, I explained this in the first part of the video that nobody will ever see now. Making my way around to a river crossing because the main crossing, there's no bridge there. Is this where I'm supposed to be? I got on this. No, it's not. Dang it. Why didn't I just make a mark on the frickin' map? I was coming up this way and I wanted to go that way. I accidentally I wasn't following the map, and I just continued around. So I'm going to go back to there and up to here. Up to here. I knew I was in the wrong spot when I saw the bridge next to me. I'm like, I'm not supposed to be down here by the bridge. So it was just right there. If I'd stayed to the right instead of continuing the curve to the left. But the arrow I'm looking at seemed to be that way. But anyways. Here we go. Now we want to cross. So we come up on with that wall on our left. The reason the M134 is there is because I already checked out this route. Well, that much of it. From the factory to there. I didn't run the whole thing, but I made sure that I'd be able to get across there. Now let's close that tools menu so I can see what I'm supposed to get. One metal beam. You get the container for the next job right next door. One metal beam. Let's see where it goes. It goes right down here to the broken pipeline. You would have seen this if the video hadn't gotten corrupted. But along this road that I took the first time, there's a piece of pipeline laying on the ground here. And I mentioned as we drove across it, or drove past it, that I said, how much you want to bet we get a job for fixing that? Okay. Let's go back across the river. And up here. And we want to go down here. Or, you know, we could go back like this instead of wiggling through the countryside. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Try and make our way through this mess somehow. And then up to here. Up to here. According to the picture on the screen, you can deliver to either side. So I'm hoping that's correct. Backed up the other way, I had. No. Starts riding up the embankment. I must have missed. Look at this shit. Putting waypoints. Back there at the factory. Now see, that's what I could have got in the first part of the video. I was right there on the other side of that guardrail. And I thought I can either try and jump the guardrail or I can go the way you're supposed to, even though it's further around. So that's how I ended up over there. But I forgot about that when I was making my marks here. That if I try to get back on the road right there, I gotta jump the guardrail. Or maybe I don't. Well, yeah, but you got kind of a ramp coming up to it. I've been fighting with steering issues too. I've been working on lowering the sensitivity and it doesn't seem to be helping the matter any. I had it at 2.25 was the highest, and I've been trying to go down from there. So let's try and go up. No. Well, when it did try to jump to the side, I was able to recover faster. So maybe that's what the ticket is. Here's the big mess in the middle, which I kind of explained when, hey, That's a large container. I was kind of explained why this all is all here, and it's just stuff that I thought I might need. But I never even finished setting it all up. Warehouse construction is an oversized cargo container. Wasn't that an oversized cargo container sitting right there? Yeah, in fact it says that I can use it. It has the arrow. And we deliver it right down there. Along the same route that I'm already traveling. Shit, yeah. I'm gonna go hook onto that baby. Not make this whole trip twice? In fact, I'm gonna accept that job. No, I can't do that job first. I was thinking I'm gonna accept that job now and get rid of it first, but no. It's way past where I gotta deliver this stuff. So never mind. Just brain fart. It was right on the other side of this pole building is where the Voron was that I had to do the first job with. Outstanding. Well, I got shit for both of them. You know how I like that. Combined jobs. This stuff is kind of in the way. Especially now I'm going to have to go up this, ride up this hill. I think I'm going to have to take a minute to move this crap. Change truck to the Scout. Some of these aren't even fully set up yet. Stop engine. Change truck to something else. This particular vehicle, if you don't put it in all-wheel drive, it's only front-wheel drive. That's some weird shit. Stop engine. Change truck to something else. I'm gonna have to take the. I'm gonna have to move those trailers too. So I might as well do that. Take one of them with this and one with the other. God, do I gotta put wheels on this thing to get it out of the mud? Come on. There we go. Going so far. I'm not going to be able to get on. Oh, maybe. 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 Yeah. Now will it move? Close enough. Stop engine, change truck. That M134 shouldn't be in the way, but as long as I'm doing this shit. No chance it'll be in the way next time. One last truck, the Lodestar Heavy Recovery. And I'll have to hook it up to that trailer behind me. I think this one's pretty much ready to go. Stop engine, change truck, one last time. I don't know why it functions. But without all that stuff there, I wouldn't have been needed to try and take the corner. Why? Except to account for this hill. Well, we lose part of our weight here. Pipeline crossing. Contract completed. This, although it's the first one for you guys, it's the second one I've completed today. And you know, if I could go back and redo that job you guys missed, you know, I would just restart it or whatever. But you can't restart a completed job. If something happened if something happened in the drive over there or whatever, then I could just hit restart. Make a new video. But the job's done. You can't go back. Unless you start the whole game over. Which I'm not doing for one job at this point. I have done that before, started the whole map over when it was still fresh and I had only done a couple jobs. And you guys would have never even noticed, except I think the one or two times that I did that explained that I had to do that. Because what I'll do is I'll get back to where I, you know, right where I was, right where the problem happened, then go from there. I mean, the problem that, excuse me, my butt started to hurt. You know, get back to the point where I lost my video, where my video got affected. You know, to look at where I left off in the previous video, and then I'll start up the next video from that point. But in between, I spent a day and a half or whatever starting over from scratch. First time I came in here, I needed the factory, and I just went straight across and through the fence, and barely made it through a little narrow space. This time I'm gonna have to go around. See, I just barely made it back through that back corner there. But this time, oh, I gotta start that job. I was just thinking, it's not showing me where to deliver this. This time I have that big container which would never fit through that little tiny spot that I slipped through. And I can't go under the pipeline to go up this way. There's a scale right there. That right there, where the road looks different, it's a scale house. Kind of cool. Kind of a cool feature. Truck only went because the trailer drug it over. Well, I guess I'll just... This doesn't have an autonomous winch on it? I thought sure this had an autonomous winch. The offline winch isn't selected. Maybe it's going to dump over on its own. Keep going, keep going! You know why that's really cool? Because putting an autonomous winch on this would have meant that I had to reload the truck, and it's reloading the truck that caused my video to go to shit last time. So I would have had to shut the video off, because I know this now. Would have had to shut the video off, change to the offline winch, and then come back. Problem now is I don't think I can load that dang thing with a regular loading crane. See, I have to start the engine in order to use the crane. But I can't start the engine when functions are open. Can't, just push on the stick. It appears that it's upside down. I might have to... Yeah, come on, you. Alright. I'll be back when I deal with the problem in front of you. Howdy folks, we're back. Yeah, maybe you can hear me better. We're back. I put the offline winch on it, which I would have had to stop the video for regardless. I changed the wheels to some doubles on the rear, singles on the front. Haven't been having a lot of luck with those really big fat tires on this map. I lowered the suspension to the next one down. There's 3 or 4 different levels, and I got stuff in place where I can reload it now. So crane, anchors, I think. Well, attached to the trailer, I'd basically no chance of reloading it. By being next to the trailer, I might have a shot if the truck doesn't tip over. This is very heavy for a loading crane. Okay, now that it's not down over on its side anymore, it should be a little easier to handle. And now I'm not trying to pull it up the hill anymore either. And after I got the trailer over here, I thought, you know, before I drop this thing, I should have put those ramps down. That's okay. We'll just spin it right here. Now we'll spin it some more. If I can extend a little. Extending is where it's going to get tricky. That's where it'll start tipping the truck, but at least the trailer or the container is over the trailer at least now. That looks pretty delicious right there. Now I can't pack cargo obviously, but I can restore the crane and get hooked up to it again. And now pack cargo. Outstanding. Okay, now try to get around that corner and up that hill without dumping it. Obviously this time I'm going to take the corner pretty wide before I try climbing the hill. Having not traveled that way before, because I went straight up and through that little opening in the fence, I didn't realize I would need to worry about swinging wide for a corner. But this time I'm going to make use of my trees mod, and I'm gonna come around at it like this. And I came a little too wide, I think, but it's gonna, I think it's gonna work out okay this time. Except the truck is getting stuck on the rock. Whoops. Not what I wanted to do. Not what I wanted to do. This button. Is it the trailer getting stuck? Yeah, it's the trailer on the rocks. Ooh. It just keeps going back to that piece of shit laying on the ground that didn't work in the first place. Here we go, come on. God, I hate these trailers. I don't have to go away this time. What happened? I took off the crane and the off-road semi-trailer flare. Let's find that first. International frame add-on, frame add-on, frame add-on. Sideboard 2. Looks like it's already gone. Jump out of garage. Okay, why is that goofing up now? Whoops. No, I can't hit reload. I want to get rid of the trailer that's behind me. I don't understand why that side box, whatever the hell you call it, is screwing up because I took the crane off, not the sideboard bed. Maybe I should put the crane back on. No, that didn't fix it. Now where's that dang trailer with ramps? It doesn't even show. Well, it's an off-road trailer. doesn't even have the trailer in the list that I'm hooked to. So I'm going to pull it off to the side here and detach it. That looks stupid as hell. And the only way I know to fix that is to log off and log back on. Now I thought I took that crane off. There we go. Oh, I know what it is. It's just selected. When I select something else, it'll go away. I want to saddle high. And I want an off-road M747. So my off-road trailers are up here. Just got to pick out the M747. Alright. That is what I wanted to do, but where'd the trailer go? Okay, the trailer's not attaching, I suppose, because it's got a saddle high. This is a saddle high trailer. Trailer's not attaching, I suppose, because of that being screwed up. Alright. Well, I'm going to have to reload. Reload or log off and back on, one or the other. So I'll see you on the other side. Okay, this is where I reloaded the new trailer at, M747 trailer, instead of that dolly. The only way to get rid of that glitched sideboard bed was to send the truck back to the garage and sell it, then purchase the truck again and start all over from scratch with the customization, and then spend about 20-25 minutes driving it out here and another 20 minutes getting that thing back on the flatbed right with it sitting on a slope like this instead of flat ground. I did discover by checking it out with another vehicle, not this one, a scout truck, I did discover that I could go straight up the pipeline, knocking down trees as I go, and straight into where I deliver without trying to climb that hill over there again. Look at this from this angle. Look at all the slope on that. Even down here where the shadow is of the tree, look at how much that is sloped. And then you get up here when you're trying to pull it over the slope, and look at all the gigantic boulders. Yeah, fuck that. I was trying to decide about just shooting up the pipeline or just go up this hill and get on the road. I've been up and down this part of the road a couple times now, and there's a couple places along there that's no picnic either. But it's not as bad as the shit back there. So I think what I'm going to do is try to go to my right. Boulders on the tires. There we go. Wiggling it back and forth. And here's the next hazard. Front tires aren't even on the ground because of the steepness of the grade, you know, between coming up one and going down the other. There we go. Made it past that point. Come on. Somewhere in between. There we go. There's the piece of crap that I unhooked, dumped on the side of the road. Now this, I think, kind of swing wide at first, but then head straight for the rock pile. Knock the tree down. Little dip on the drive axles there, but not bad. Nothing the old M747 can't handle. That other trailer would have tipped over. This thing I'm hauling here is a whole different animal. If I'd had this container on this trailer from the beginning, we probably would not have dumped it at all. Alright, I can go into automatic now. We are so close. I'm gonna have 3 or 4 parts, little parts of videos to stitch together into one video, but let's look around. I think we gotta go. Oh, yeah, that was something else that just happened. I was in the Scout over here checking out this route. You can see it right there through the trees. There's only like one tree that you'd either have to knock down or skirt around, you know. Now there's probably a few more than that, but then you come right past the crane and around the building and you're there. Boom. You don't have to go over all that bullshit. But then when I wanted to get back into the GMC, the game wouldn't let me. It wouldn't let me get out of the Scout. So I had to log off and back on. And because I did that, I don't have the right job. I don't have the tracking on the correct job because the game switches it to whatever its default setting is every time. There's the Voron, proof that I did deliver the other shit. This here is not only fuel, but it repairs your vehicle at the same time. You see, all my damage is gone. There's the M747. There's the place you can, between the pipes and the pipeline is where you can squeeze through past the crane. So once you got around the crane, you could either take a hard left or just go around this building that's not constructed yet. So anyways, that was all the bullshit it took to get this. The last kilometer or so. I'm gonna do this, log off, get a video started on its way to YouTube, and then go make dinner. So, what are we doing? Take a picture. Cargo management. Take a picture. Unload. Take a picture. I suspected this half-constructed building might be what that container was for. Thank you. The new warehouse will be very useful for us. I am so glad the new warehouse is very useful for you. And I am going to say thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.